10 iconic 1980 sitcom stars who defined television forever. Estelle Getty, The Golden Girls. As the sassy, sharp-tongued Sophia Petrillo on The Golden Girls, 1985 to 1992, Estelle Getty stole every scene she was in. Here's the twist. Getty was actually younger than Bea Arthur, who played her daughter, Dorothy. Getty underwent 3 hours of hair and makeup daily to transform into the elderly Sicilian mother. Sophia's cutting zingers and wild stories about Sicily in the 1920s became legendary. Getty won an Emmy for the role and proved that age is just a number when it comes to comedic timing. The Golden Girls tackled serious issues like aging, friendship, and independence while keeping audiences laughing, and Sophia was the heart of it all. Rhea Perlman, Cheers. Rhea Perlman dominated the 1980s as Carla Tortelli, the razor-sharp, sarcastic waitress on Cheers. Her character was short in stature, but massive in personality, never afraid to insult customers, mock her boss, or defend her enormous brood of children. Perlman won 4 Emmy Awards for playing Carla, more than any other actress from the show. Her chemistry with the entire Cheers cast, especially her verbal sparring matches with Cliff Clavin, created some of television's most memorable moments. Carla Tortelli proved that you don't need to be likable to be absolutely unforgettable. Betty White, The Golden Girls. Before she became a social media sensation in her 90s, Betty White was already a comedy legend as Rose Nyland on The Golden Girls, 1985 to 1992. Rose's innocent, naive charm and her endless stories about St. Olaf, Minnesota became running jokes that audiences never tired of. White had already been in television for decades before The Golden Girls, but Rose Nyland introduced her to a new generation. Her sweet, ditzy exterior masked incredible comedic intelligence. The role earned her an Emmy and cemented her status as one of comedy's all-time greats. Even decades later, Rose's St. Olaf stories remain cultural touchstones. Kelsey Grammer, Cheers. Kelsey Grammer joined Cheers in 1984 as Dr. Frasier Crane, a pompous psychiatrist who became one of television's most beloved characters. What was supposed to be a brief multi-episode arc turned into a role that would define Grammer's career for 2 decades. Frasier became so popular that Grammer stayed on Cheers until its finale in 1993, then launched Frasier, which ran for another 11 seasons. The character appeared on television for 20 consecutive years, a record-breaking run. Grammer turned what could have been a one-note snob into a deeply human, hilarious character audiences couldn't get enough of. Bob Newhart, Newhart. Comedy legend Bob Newhart struck gold twice with Newhart, 1982 to 1990, playing Dick Loudon, a writer who runs a Vermont inn with his wife. His deadpan delivery and impeccable timing made every scene gold. Newhart is remembered for having one of the greatest series finales in television history. The final scene revealed that the entire 8-season show was a dream of Newhart's character from his previous 1970s sitcom, The Bob Newhart Show. This meta-twist is still celebrated as one of TV's boldest endings. Newhart proved that subtle, sophisticated comedy could dominate the decade of excess. Malcolm Jamal Warner, The Cosby Show. As Theodore Huxtable Huxtable on The Cosby Show, 1984 to 1992, Malcolm Jamal Warner delivered one of the most nuanced child performances in sitcom history. Theo struggled with dyslexia, peer pressure, and living up to his successful parents' expectations, issues millions of kids related to. Warner brought depth and realism to Theo, making him more than just comic relief. His storylines about learning disabilities, academic struggles, and teenage rebellion were groundbreaking for the time. The episode where Theo gets his ear pierced became iconic physical comedy, while his real-world confrontation with his father became one of the most dramatic sitcom moments of the decade. Michael J. Fox, Family Ties. Michael J. Fox became a superstar playing Alex P. Keaton on Family Ties, the young Republican son of liberal ex-hippie parents. What started out as a show about the parents became The Michael J. Fox Show, when audiences fell in love with the ambitious, Reagan-worshipping Alex. Fox won 3 consecutive Emmy Awards for playing Alex Keaton, while simultaneously becoming a movie star with Back to the Future. President Ronald Reagan himself called Family Ties his favorite show, and even referenced it in a State of the Union address. Fox's portrayal of an intellectual overachiever made being smart look cool, and his chemistry with the cast, especially his on-screen relationship with Tracy Pollan, who he later married in real life, was electric. Beatrice Arthur, The Golden Girls. As Dorothy Zbornak on The Golden Girls 1985 to 1992, Beatrice Arthur was the tall, deep-voiced voice of reason among her three Miami roommates. Dorothy's dry wit, intelligence, and no-nonsense attitude made her the perfect straight woman to the other zaniness. Arthur had already won Emmys for Maude in the 1970s, but Dorothy Zbornak became her defining role. Her sharp comebacks, especially to Sophia's insults, created some of television's best mother-daughter banter. The Golden Girls proved that shows about older women could dominate ratings, and Dorothy's character showed that you could be funny, feminine, and fierce simultaneously. Bill Cosby, The Cosby Show. The Cosby Show became the #1 rated show for 5 consecutive seasons, featuring Cosby as Dr. Cliff Huxtable, patriarch of an upper-middle-class African-American family in Brooklyn. The show literally saved NBC from bankruptcy and revived the sitcom genre when dramas dominated TV. It proved that audiences would embrace stories about successful black families, paving the way for future representation. The Huxtable family became America's family every Thursday night, with millions tuning in to watch their wholesome adventures. However, the show's legacy is forever tarnished by Cosby's criminal acts. Ted Danson, Cheers. Taking our #1 spot is Ted Danson as Sam Malone, the womanizing ex-Red Sox pitcher who owns Cheers, the Boston bar where everybody knows your name. From 1982 to 1993, Sam Malone was the cool, confident center of television's best ensemble cast. Cheers received 111 Emmy nominations, a record at the time, and was nominated for Outstanding Comedy Series for all 11 seasons. Danson himself was nominated for Best Actor 9 times, winning twice. The show launched multiple careers, including Woody Harrelson, Kirstie Alley, and Kelsey Grammer. But here's what makes Danson truly iconic. He turned Sam Malone into one of television's most complex leading men. Sam wasn't just a smooth-talking bartender. He was a recovering alcoholic, a sex addict, and a man constantly wrestling with commitment. The Sam and Diane relationship became one of TV's greatest will-they-won't-they romances. Cheers became a cultural phenomenon that defined what appointment television meant. Thursday nights weren't complete without visiting that Boston bar. The show's success spawned Frasier, which itself became one of the most successful spin-offs ever. Ted Danson didn't just star in a hit show. He became the face of 1980s sitcom excellence.